got the opportunity to work with Mick Kenny again on, this is our second time we worked with him, and Mick's one of my best friends kind of outside of like the music world, and sort of like the peanut butter to my jelly in the music world, I guess. To me, he's one of the most brilliant musical minds, just outside of even like the stuff that we write, but he's just understands, he gets it, and I like working with people that just get it on the fly. I feel like a good producer could sort of infiltrate the minds of the band that they're working with a little bit, so they kind of understand the next move. You want to work with somebody that's sort of finishing your sentences. And working with him, we've just grown together, just working with other projects and stuff like that we sort of have that understanding, and he has that sort of like kind of feel with the rest of the band as well, to where he could take a riff of ours and just be like, all right, well, we'll be writing something and he'll be like, this is the next it's like we know it. He just knows that's the next move on the next song or the next part, and so we're really locked in as a band with him, and that's just a sign of a really good producer. And he has that sort of like mentality to where he can dive into whatever project he's working in and almost become that other member of the band, which is very rare. The only other dude that's been that way with us was Devin Townsend, and but this is our second record working with Mick. He produced The Great Fire as well. With The Great Fire, it was a little bit different. He was at a different spot in his life when it came to production. He was sort of newer to the whole world of like engineering and production, and even though he did countless records before then, he was still kind of finding his sound. And it was really awesome to see from like The Great Fire all the way on to Love Will Kill all the stuff that he's done within the studio world and production world, and it's just been like such a great progress for him. So for us, it was like a natural, of course we're gonna write this record with Mick, because like I kind of mentioned, he's sort of like that other member of the band. But the thing that he's really good at is he's really good at allowing the band, especially us, to be us. I found that a lot of people that we worked with before were always trying to take something of ours and try to make it more like, the term that I heard all the time was, you know, this song we could really get like, you know, this could possibly be like a radio song, like this could be a hit song. And it's kind of like one of these things where, cool, but that's never been an aim of ours, is to be this fucking radio rock band. That's never been the case. Every Bleeding Through record we've ever written, everybody expected that next record to be a rock record, every single time. And it never happened, because that's just not us, and we felt like we had to prove that with every record. And especially with this new record, I know a lot of people think that we were going to go away and come back and totally reinvent ourselves to be this rock band. And I remember hearing comments or reading comments of on my page whenever I'd kind of like hint like Bleeding Through returning, and people would be like, oh, here comes the rock record. And it's like, do you fucking want a rock record, or like, are you just trying to see us change? And that's not us. And Mick understood that, and he understands it. He gets that. And with this new record, I think the way that it stacks up to the last record, I think it blows it out of the fucking water on a song level and a production level, just because I think that he's grown as a producer, and even though we took time off away from studio stuff, we've also grown as a band. And I think that the longer that we were away, you self-reflect on like things that you've done prior, and you sort of get to the point where you're older and you just don't really give a shit about the same things that you give a shit about when you're younger. And I think that reflected this new record. We came in with a clear idea of how we wanted the vibe and how we wanted this record to be. We knew that we wanted to explore other sort of like rabbit holes on the record, which we did, but we wanted the sound to be Bleeding Through, and we didn't think that there'd be anybody else other than Mick to really get that sound out of ours.